Hello students. Today we'll discuss the remaining questions of the Tiger King. We have discussed the question number 3rd. So question number 4th will be discussed now and questions after this question will also be discussed. The fourth question is, can you relate instances of game hunting among the rich and the powerful in the present times that illustrate the callousness of human beings towards wildlife? So carelessness means cruelty. So we have to tell instances, examples. There are so many examples, and out of those examples, I would like to tell you one example of our film star Salman Khan. We all know that there was a case against him for hunting uh, of an animal that was prohibited. So I think at present the case has been settled. I don't know much about it, but there is a case against him. So this is an instance. One instance is that uh, 10 or 15 years ago, I heard that Indian tigers were being killed only to procure their skin, so that it could be smuggled to China and Nepal, because kings like the skin of tigers, and for that they pay a lot of money. So Indian people hunt this animal to get its skin, so that they can get very high amount of money from those people who need it. They buy it to show it off, so that they can show it to their community that they have tiger skin. So there are so many examples. And why do they do this? We know that in old time, kings and rich people used to hunt animals. They went to the forest, and they did it as a hobby. But in modern time also, we hear or read about these kind of incidents, and these hunters are very cruel towards wildlife. And the reason behind it is these people are very ruthless, and they just want to hunt them either for their hobby or for earning money. And because of that, many wild creatures are disappearing. And in India, there are very few tigers left now. We know that uh, elephants are killed for their tusks. उनके जो दांत होते हैं उसके लिए उनको मारा जाता है. There are so many sanctuaries in India to save these wild animals. Still, these animals are killed. Elephants are killed for their tusks. Rhinoceros is an animal that is also killed for medicine. And deer is killed for its skin and hair. So there are so many reasons. Some people kill them uh, for their hobby, means they just want to show off to the people. They just want to get praise from the society, and they do it as a fun also. But some other people do it for money. So these things are still prevalent in modern world, and it is very very bad for our ecosystem. Let us discuss the fifth question. We need a new system for the age of ecology, a system which is embedded in the care of all people and also in the care of earth and all life upon it. Discuss the same thing. We have to maintain the ecosystem on the earth, and for that, what we have to do? We all know that our Indian culture considers all life on earth sacred. We don't uh, preach that we can kill anyone. For Indian culture, every life is precious, and our scriptures also preach this, that man and animals are created by God, so they both are sacred. In our mythology, many animals have been considered sacred, और उनमें से कुछ को तो देवी और देवताओं से भी रिलेट कर दिया गया है, और नॉट ओनली एनिमल्स, प्लांट्स को भी हमने देवी देवताओं से रिलेट कर दिया है. And we know that in our according to our scriptures, man and animals existed together. And Ashoka, have you heard about the king Ashok? He was the only king. He was the only king in the history of humankind, mankind, who prohibited the killing of wild animals for food and pleasure. In our country now, hunting of animals is completely prohibited. Earlier, scientists and medical practitioners used some small animals for their experiments. That has also been prohibited. Means they are not allowed to put any creature's life at stake. In biological labs, students were also allowed to catch frogs and lizards. They did experiments on them, but that has also been prohibited, and it has been made compulsory so that we can create a balance between among our ecosystem, the among all the aspects of our ecosystem. We know that all the things in our ecosystem are important, and if we kill one species, if we can kill one animal, it will be it will create an imbalance in the whole ecosystem. We all know, if flesh eating animals are killed, grass eating animals would be increased, and it would be bad for the society. And if grass eating animals are killed, flesh eating animal will certainly be killed, or they will come to our cities, they will start killing us. So everything is important, so we have to manage it, we have to make a balance on earth. So we have to maintain this balance, and for that we have to preserve everything on this earth. So there were only these questions, and now I would like to give you some more questions for discussion. These are the extra questions that which we are going to discuss now, and if you have read the chapter carefully, you would be able to answer them easily. What miracle took place when the king was 10 days old? We all know, if we have read the chapter, we know what happened at that time. The state astrologer predicted something about the 10-day-old Jilani Jangjang Bahadur, and at that time the 10-day-old baby started laughing. It growled, and the state astrologer predicted that he would be killed by a tiger. So this was the miracle, that only 10-day-old baby started speaking and laughing. Second question: Why was the astrologer wonderstruck? What prediction did he make? We have already discussed this question, so I wrote it without thinking that the first question also has the same answer. The astrologer was wonderstruck because the 10 days old baby started laughing and speaking, and the astrologer predicted that the king Jilani Jangjang Bahadur would be killed by a tiger. Third question, what did the king do after killing the first tiger? The king called the king sent for the astrologer to show him the dead beast. He wanted to show him that he was more powerful than the tiger. He wanted to prove the prophecy of the astrologer wrong. So he sent for the state astrologer. Fourth question, what did the royal astrologer tell the king when he showed him the first tiger killed by him? The state astrologer said to the king, he told the king that the king would be able to kill 99 tigers like this, but he would know he would be killed by the 100th one. Means 99 टाइगर्स को तो वो मार देगा ऐसे, लेकिन 100वां उसको मार देगा. Fifth question, what vow did the king take? The king took a vow to kill 100 tigers, and he also took a vow to manage all the matters of his kingdom after killing 100 tigers. Sixth, why did the high ranking British officer want to kill tigers? He wanted to kill tigers because he was fond of hunting tigers. Next, did the king grant him permission? No, the king did not grant him permission because he know if he granted permission to that British officer, other British officers would also start coming for hunting, and in this way, he would not be able to complete his tally of 100 tigers. That's why he didn't grant permission to that British officer. Seventh, why was the king in the danger of losing his throne? Because he had denied permission to a high ranking British officer from hunting a tiger in his state. That's why he was in the danger of losing his throne. ब्रिटिश ऑफिसर से पंगा ले लिया था उसको मना करके. दैट्स वाई ही वॉज इन डेंजर ऑफ लूजिंग हिज थ्रोन. हाउ वॉज द क्राइसिस टू द किंग्स थ्रोन अवर्टेड? जो उसको खतरा आया था उसके सिंहासन पर, उसको कैसे अवर्ट किया, उसने कैसे टाला? ही सेंट 50 diamond rings to the good lady of that British officer. He thought that she would keep 2 or 3 and would send the rest back, but she kept all of them. He had to pay 3 lakh rupees for those rings. Still, he managed to avert that danger. Means उसका सिंहासन तो बच गया. How did the king solve the problem of finding more tigers for him to hunt? Yes, that is important question. Tiger King had killed 70 tigers. When tiger population got extincted in his state, टाइगर्स विलुप्त हो गए थे उसके स्टेट में जब उसने 70 टाइगर्स मारे. एंड नाउ ही नीडेड 30 मोर टाइगर्स. सो ही डिसाइडेड टू गेट मैरी, and for that he asked Diwan to search for a princess in a state where there are number of great number of tigers. In this way he got married, and whenever he went to his in-laws, every time he killed 4 or 5 tigers. Next question, how did the Diwan arrange the 100th tiger for the king to shoot down? The Diwan knew that if the king would not get the 100th tiger, he would lose his job, and not only Diwan, all other people would lose their job. So he decided to arrange the tiger, and he arranged it from his home. There was a tiger in his home which had been kept hidden in his home, and he had taken it from People's Park in Madras. So he took the same tiger to the forest and left it there for the Tiger King to hunt it. Who actually killed the 100 tiger? The king could not kill the 100 tiger because The tiger had uh, tiger had been very weak, and it fell down only hearing the whizzing sound of the bullet. The king thought that he had killed the tiger and he went away, but when the hunters reached near the tiger, they found that it was still alive. So they took and took aim on it and killed it. So यहाँ पे question arise होता है, why did they kill it? They killed it because they didn't want the king to know that he had not been able to kill the tiger. If he knew it, he would fire them all. वो उनको हटा देता. Next question. What did the king decide to gift his son on his third birthday? The king decided to give a tiger toy as gift to his son on his third birthday, and he got it from the marketplace of his state. So these were the questions we discussed. There may be some more questions which are important, but if you have read the chapter carefully, if you have read it, you would not face any problem in answering any question. The main thing is read the chapter carefully, then you would be able to answer all the questions. Okay students, this chapter is complete, and we'll meet in the next lecture. Till then,